Let's make tomato soup. 2 ways to prepare, 2 diets to accommodate, which equals 4 versions of this soup staple. First part of the episode will be for our sweet little kitchen dummies. It's so easy to make. The second part of this episode will be for those who have a little bit more skill in the kitchen, but not much. All you have to do is basically turn on your fucking oven. And I'll also teach you how to make a vegan option for all you tree-hugging animal lovers. Whether you're a moron in the kitchen, consume all types of food like a trash can, or if you're a vegan moron, I have a recipe for you. Now let's get to fucking cooking. Oh, 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 oh. Tomatoes are loaded with lycopene, which gives them their sexy red color. Lycopene can protect your cells from damage and also can reduce the risk of cancer and heart disease. They're also high in potassium, vitamin C, E, B, and K. That's like the whole fucking alphabet. Chop 1 cup of yellow onion, which is roughly 1/2 of an onion. A trick to easily peel your garlic is by placing your clove on a cutting board and whacking it on the side with a large knife. This will loosen up the skin. Peel and chop 3 cloves. To a saucepan, add 1 1/2 tablespoon of olive oil. Add in your onions and your garlic. If you're not dairy-free, use some fucking butter. That shit is delicious. Salt. Saute on medium-low heat until translucent. Crack in some pepper. Why the fuck not? Pour in 1 1/2 cups of vegetable or animal broth. Then add in 2 cups of crushed or diced tomatoes. Don't get salt-free, it's just fucking stupid. You always end up adding more salt. Stir, cover, and leave on low heat for at least 10 minutes and let those ingredients do some heavy flirting. You will need a blender, immersion blender, or a magic bullet. Add 3/4 cup of roughly chopped fresh basil leaves. My dumbass forgot to add the basil leaves before I blended. If you're a dumbass like me, put the basil leaves in and push them down with a spoon so that everything blends evenly. Pour back in your saucepan and give it a little taste. See if it needs more salt. If you are vegan, your hard work is done. Congratulations. If you are sucking at the cow teat, add 6 tablespoons of heavy cream. This will yield soup for 2 to 4 people. You can either eat it immediately if you have no goddamn patience, or you can cook it on the stove a little bit longer. For some reason, soup that's been cooking on the stove longer always tastes better. Now for our more advanced soup recipe. Place 1 1/2 pounds, which is 24 ounces, of cherry tomatoes to a baking tray. Coat with 1 1/2 tablespoons of olive oil and of salt. Pop into a 425-degree oven for 25 to 35 minutes, or until they begin to blister. We are going to repeat the same steps we used for our idiot soup recipe. 1 1/2 tablespoons of olive oil or butter, 1 cup of onions, 3 cloves of garlic. Salt to start. Saute until translucent and crack in some pepper. Our measurements will shift here for this part of the recipe. Add 2 cups of veggie or animal broth, 1 1/3 cups of crushed or diced tomatoes, and 2 cups of fresh basil. No need to chop the leaves here. Then add in your roasted tomatoes. Cover and simmer on low heat for 30 minutes. and immersion blender is basically a handheld blender that looks like a torture device. I have a few people in mind I'd like to use this on. Blend until smooth with your chosen device. Then add 8 tablespoons of heavy cream, which is actually just 1/2 a cup, but it sounds better in tablespoon metrics. This yields soup for 4 to 6 people. Garnish with Jumbo Crutons, which I have taught you how to make in a previous episode. I'll link that shit below. Fresh basil or Parmesan. If you're a real freak bitch like me, garnish with all 3. Place side by side and you can't even tell which soup is the idiot. The only idiot would be the one that doesn't subscribe to my channel.